children in Paihia tour. Thank you. Good to see you again, Anna.
My name is Anna Bruczynska, and I'm here on behalf of an organization called SPK South Island. We are the local branch of the Polish Veterans Association, which is a little bit similar to the RSA. I was going to present today with my colleague, Professor Krzysztof Pawlikowski, who is the initiator and the lead on this project, but unfortunately, COVID had different plans for him, so he is currently recovering at home. However, I'm very grateful to have with me in support Dr. Viviana Zanetti, who is the Christchurch City Council's multicultural advisor. And I'd like to meet here to Councillor Harrison Hunt, who is not present at the moment, but he was the recipient of my initial inquiry and he enabled the next steps to be taken, put me in contact with Viviana's team. So SPK is part of the Polish community in Christchurch, and we're here with the support of the Polish Association in Christchurch. We've also collected about 300 signatures from the Pahiatua children and their families and friends in support of our project. I would like to acknowledge my support crew who is in the audience, including some members of the Pahiatua family. So here's some key historical facts relating to the Polish children's story. The story is taught as part of New Zealand's school curriculum. However, despite this, it remains unknown by many. As the children finished primary school in the Pahiatua camp, and later when the camp closed, many were relocated to other parts of New Zealand and put in boarding schools. That's how quite a large group ended up in Christchurch. We don't know exactly how many permanently settled here, but we know that it's going to be several dozen. In 2018, there were still 17 surviving Pahiatua children living here. In 2023, only 7 remain. Here are some archival photos from the children's journey through their deportation to Siberia, then through Persia, now Iran, to New Zealand, where the camp was set up for them. This slide has some examples of the Christchurch Polish community celebrations of the various anniversaries of the Polish children's arrival in New Zealand. As a community and also as individuals, we try to ensure that the legacy of the Polish children survives, and we've produced books, documentaries. We've also put on quite a few public events to showcase the story of the Pahiatua children, but we would like something more permanent to remind the Christchurch community of this unique story. So this brings, I was also going to mention that other main cities in New Zealand, like Wellington and Auckland, already have special places which commemorate this story. However, there is nothing in Christchurch currently, nor in the South Island, and this brings me to our request. Next year is the 80th anniversary of the children's arrival. We think that having a playground, a park or reserve, given the name of the Polish children of Pahiatua, would be the best way to preserve the memory, and I've listed a few reasons why we think that on this slide. I know that not so long ago, the Council approved its new naming policy, and I would like to note that our request fits well with that policy's criteria. It reflects the diverse cultures and communities of Christchurch. It is associated with an event of national significance, but also celebrates our local community through an event which is strongly linked to Christchurch. So today I am asking for your support for our project. This will enable us to work with Christchurch City Council, with the relevant teams within the council, to make this project a reality in time for the anniversary next year. And this slide lists a few steps that we would like to take next if we have your endorsement, I suppose, to move ahead. So this is all from me. Thank you for the opportunity to present this. We hopefully have a few seconds left on the clock. If you have any questions, I'd be delighted to answer them. Thank you.
Has anyone got one question? No. Yanni, one short
Yeah.
question.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the presentation. Did you have a particular site or item in mind that you would prefer that we looked at in terms of naming?
So we don't have a particular site, and that's one of the reasons why we've come through this avenue rather than through a local community board, because we haven't identified a particular site we would like. We think that a playground would be ideal because one of our ongoing plans is to fundraise to install an information board there telling the story of the children, which we think would be, an illustrated one with photos, which would be a great way for the children who use the playground to also get familiarized with the reason why the playground is named after the Polish children of Pahiatua. But any park reserve or just really any space in Christchurch would be great, because we are a small community. We don't have a place of our own. We don't have a community hall. We kind of go wherever we can hire a venue. It'd be lovely for us to have a space that's special where we can gather and remember the
Brilliant.
special times.
Thank you very much, and
Thank
very
you.
good to see you again. Thank you.
Thank you.
How can we take that forward?
We can make a note. We can certainly make a note. Take that forward.
Through parks.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
We will now hear from Yvette Couch-Lewis, Chair of the Whakiora Healthy Harbour Programme, and Graham Sumner, Chief Executive Officer of Littleton Port Company, who will provide an update. You're not.
Not Graham.
Things have changed.
Don't tell him, but a better looking one.
I'm too polite to say anything. Good to see you.
Tēnā koutou katoa. Ko Yvette Couch-Lewis aho. And on my left is Kirsty.
Kia ora. Kirsty Brennan, tōku ingoa.
So kia ora, we'll get straight into it, shall we? So thank you for the time to present to Council on the Whakaora Healthy Harbour Governance Partnership, which the Council is an active contributor through the representation at the governance table, being Councillor Tyrone Fields. As a reminder of its whakapapa, originated from the LPC Recovery Plan consent hearing, where mana whenua, local catchment community and recreation groups across all tautahi presented. This is really important to know that where it originated from. The plan has brought about a whole catchment vision where the Whakaora partnership is visible, bringing together catchments and Banks Peninsula community groups. The plan has given the mandate to aspire to achieve a collective restoration vision, such as to set out a way forward for all our community to ensure that ecological and cultural health of Whakataupo as Mahinga Kai is restored for us and our children after us. Can I just add that from the commitment that we have, I can hit that one, from community, right from the inception of this plan. This map that you're looking at right now shows the breadth of the many projects Whakaora has supported. Mahi is based on the principles of ki tiki tai from the crater rim to the centre of Whakaora, and covers the key focus areas within the plan. The partnership funds and assists community groups to recruit volunteers to work on marine enhancement, sets, manage traps, networks, plant native trees and remove pest weeds. These activities can happen on council reserves as well as public and private lands. That one? Yep. One of the key focus areas is in reducing erosion and sedimentation, which I'm sure you're all well aware of. I think if I can just hop straight down into Foley's Creek, because that is one that we have contributed as a partnership quite extensively to, which Christchurch City Council has helped to support greatly within this area. The top one is Rapaki, at Rapaki, where we have a lot of sediment. It's looking at the road cutting in terms of sedimentation. We have master students that are working with us in terms of looking at sites first and then planting out and then researching over a period of time through that. Another one is where you're looking, which I'm sure you're all very aware of as well, is Corsair Bay. In terms of the problems we've had at Corsair Bay, that is a good indication, that photo, in terms of looking at sedimentation that's coming down off of the hills because of land use that is above. Across this whole map, the terrestrial habitat work has been coordinated among partners with volunteers and community. Christchurch City governance are in the yellow and QE2 governance are in the pink on this map. Key points to note are the different shades of blue show the mahi carried out, dark blue by landowners, middle blue by trust and volunteers, and light blue represents the kaimahi for nature areas who have been restoring land at Rapaki and Living Springs. A significant contributor to enhancing biodiversity and reducing sediment and erosion is predator control now. Kaimahi for 1,700 acres now with predator control and whakaorder pest projects as track lines within Christchurch City Council reserves monitored by local volunteers. The partnership has funded Conservation Volunteers New Zealand to coordinate over 7,000 hours of volunteer time. This is a significant economic value that we're looking at. Another key focus area is the pollution of the marine indigenous biodiversity. While mana whenua is across ki te ki tai, the moana is a focus for Rapaki and the wider community. The driver for restoration being establishment of the mataitai, for mataitai being a management tool across the harbour for the whole harbour. Hapu are leading research and actions including removal of fanworm and undaria while reseeding native kelp. This mahi has developed partnerships and relationships with key marine researchers, organisations and universities. The photo I particularly like, and that's why it's in there, is up in that top left, is an important project of a team of sea cleaners who remove difficult and large rubbish around the harbour, which the partnership funds. So we have the clean-up around the beaches, but we actually don't go in to the harbour, and that is a major job that needs to be done within the harbour. So at this point, I would like to support our Governor, Tyrone Fields. Tyrone has continued to be supportive now as a governor and as a community board member for the Community Advisory Group. Thank you, Tyrone. As a governing body, we understand the importance of funding the restoration projects delivered by passionate, committed people. We know that the mahi goes beyond putting a plant in the ground. Once that plant is planted, we are committed. An example is Jobs for Nature. We don't know the future government funding prospects for the ongoing mahi that is required for these projects. What we do know is that we need to continue to invest in the mahi already undertaken and are working with staff on projects. This is an investment for the future, for us and our children after us. Thank you for your ongoing contribution and for Tyrone Fields. Kia ora.
Thank you, Yvette. That's a very good presentation for the fantastic work and well done. Thank you for coming in and telling us. Brilliant. Thank you.
Kia ora.
Thank you.
Kia ora. Don't worry about him. Okay. We're now moving on to deputations by appointment. We have several deputations today.